I welcome you all in this lecture of the series solution. Today I will discuss the case 3 of the Frobenius method. That means when the coefficients in the power series solution are indeterminate for some root of initial equation. So let us solve the question x square y double dash plus 4x y dash plus x square plus 2 of y equal to 0. So near x equal to 0. So solution, now we can write it as y double dash plus 4 upon x y dash plus x square plus 2 upon x square y equal to 0. So here you can see that your p is equal to 4 upon x and q is equal to x square plus 2 upon x square. Now clearly p and q are not defined at x equal to 0, because at x equal to 0 this value will become infinity and q will be infinity. So we can say that p and q are not differentiable at x equal to 0, hence x equal to 0 is the singular point. So this implies that x equal to 0 is singular point. Again, at x into p is equal to 4, x square into q equal to x square plus 2. Now the both right hand side are differentiable at x equal to 0. So we can say that at x equal to 0, your function xp and x square q are differentiable. As the differentiation of 4 is 0, then differentiation of x square plus 2 is 2x, and at x equal to 0 they are finite. So we can say that xp and x square q are analytic. So again, as xp and x square q are analytic at x equal to 0, this implies that x equal to 0 is regular singular point. Now if this is your regular singular point, then let y equal to x power r n equal to 0 to infinity am x power m equal to is the solution of 1. If this is your solution, then the differentiation will be am into m plus r into x power m plus r minus 1. I am not writing the summation because your summation starts from 0, or if you want to write it, then you can write, because the summation will always start from 0. So we have m plus r minus 1 into x power m plus r minus 2. Now let us put the values of y dash and y double dash in this equation. So the first will be x square into y double dash. So this one will be your m plus r. Then we will have 4x y dash, hence by 1 we have the first one will be am m plus r, then we will have m plus r minus 1, then x power m plus r, then the second term will be 4x, so 4 times am into y dash m plus r x power m plus r, then we will have x square into y. X square into y means am m plus r plus 2, then we will have plus 2 times y. So this is equal to 0, where our summation starts from 0 to infinity. Now let us equate the lowest coefficient, lowest power coefficient of x equal to 0. So if we put m equal to 0, then our coefficient of lowest power of x is x power r. So equating coefficient of x power r equal to 0, we get initial equation, and this will be your put m equal to 0. So we have a naught into r minus 1. Then from here we will have a naught into r, then we will not take this one because it will give you the power and r plus 2 if you put m equal to 0. And again from here we have 2 a naught. So let us take a naught common, then in the bracket we will have r square, then this minus r plus r will get cancelled. Oh, we have 4 here, so this will be your 4 times a naught. So this will be your r square minus plus 3r plus 2 equal to 0. As our a naught is not equal to 0, so from here we have either r plus 1 as a factor or r plus 2. So your root will be r equal to minus 1 and minus 2. So the roots of the industrial equation are r equal to minus 1 and r equal to minus 2. Now let us equate the coefficient of x power m plus r equal to 0 in equation number 2. Equating coefficient of x power m plus r equal to 0, we get, so first term is am m plus r minus 1, then we have 4 times am. Now for the third term, here as we have the power m plus r plus 2, so we will replace our m by m minus 2. So if we replace m by m minus 2, then we will get am minus 2, and then we will have 2 times am equal to 0. Now let us take the coefficient of am common, then this will be your m plus r into m plus r minus 1, then we will have 4 plus 2 6 am, then we have 6 into am, let me check, again we have forgot this term m plus r, so we have m plus r here. So now you can see that this m plus r, if you multiply this m plus r to this m plus r, so we will get m plus r whole square, then we will have minus m plus r, then we have 4 into m plus r, then the 2, and in the right hand side we will have minus am minus 2. Now from here our am will be, now you can see that this is your 3 times, that means your x square plus 3x plus 2. So it is like this, x square plus 3x plus 2. So it will have factor x plus 1 and x plus 2. So from here we have the factor as m, say if m plus r is your x, then this is your x square plus 3x plus 2. So this will be your x plus 1 and x plus 2. So this is your am in terms of am minus 2. Again from here you can see that your m will be 2 or greater than 2. So we cannot find a1 from here. So to get the value of a1, let us equate the coefficient of, because we need the value of a1. So for a1 we will put m equal to 1 here. So let us equate the coefficient of x power 1 plus r equal to 0, as we have put x power r equal to 0. So equating coefficient of x power 1 plus r equal to 0, we get, now it will be, please note that if you equate the coefficient of x power 1 plus r equal to 0, then we will not take this term, because we are finding the particular term a1. So as we are not taking this term, so just put your m equal to 1 here and don't take this term, because this is your general term. This is your when we have replaced our m by m minus 2. So if you put m equal to 1 here, or you can directly see from here, so your a1 will be 1, as our m is 1, so we will have 1 plus r whole square minus 1 plus r, or we can directly write it as, put m equal to 1 here, so our factor was m plus r plus 1, so that means r plus 2, and next factor will be put m equal to 1 here, so we will have r plus 1, and this is equal to 0. So we have a1 into r plus 2 into r plus 3. You can also see it from here. Put m equal to 1, so we will have a1 into 1 plus r. Put m equal to 1, so we will have r. Then we will have 4 into 1 plus r. We will not take this term, then we will have 2 into a1. Now if you take common a1, then we will have this bracket. Now at r equal to minus 2, we have this factor. Now at r equal to minus 2, you can see that your a1 is 0, 1, 0. Now at r equal to minus 1, sorry, at r equal to minus 2, our a1 will be 0 upon r plus 2, r plus 3. So this will be of the type 0 upon 0. So that means we cannot evaluate our a1. So in this case, our a1 will be another unknown. One unknown is your a0. We cannot find the value of a0. So one unknown is a0 and another one is a1. So we have two unknowns for r equal to minus 2. So your r equal to minus 2 will give you the complete solution. So r equal to minus 2 will give you the complete solution. So let us find out the solution at r equal to minus 2. For that, let us put r equal to minus 2 here and put the values of m as 2, 3, 4 and so on. We will not take this value of r equal to minus 1 because it will give you another solution and which will be a part of the solution at r equal to minus 2. That means we will not get any independent solution. So the value at r equal to minus 2 will give you the complete solution. That means the general solution of this differential equation. Now let us put r equal to minus 2 here and then evaluate the values of a1, a2, a3 and a4. So if r equal to minus 2, then your am will be minus am minus 2, as our r is minus 2, so we will have m minus 1 here and this will be your, as our r is minus 2, so this will be your m. So again from here you can see that we cannot put m equal to 0 or 1, so our a2 will be minus a0 upon 2, your a3 will be put m equal to 1, a1 upon put m equal to 3, so this will be 3 into 2, 6. Your a4 will be put m equal to 4, minus a0 upon 4 into 3, 12. a4 equal to a2 upon this one, so your a2 is this one, so this will be your a0 upon 24. And your a5 will be put m equal to 5, so this will be minus 3 upon 5 minus 4, so 20. And a3 is your minus a1, so this will be your a1 upon 120 and so on. So your solution is x power r a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube plus a4x power 4. Now put x equal to, put r equal to minus 2, so this will be your x power minus 2, a0, your a1 is unknown, so we have a1, your a2 is minus a0 upon 2 x square, your a3 is minus a1 upon 6 x cube, your a4 is a0 upon 24 x power 4, your a5 is a1 upon 120 x power 5. So let us take a0 common, so we have a0 into x power minus 2, then we will have 1 here, from here we will have minus x square by 2, then your x power 4 upon 24. Then the next term will be your a1, so this is your a0 into this term, and then we will have a1 into x power minus 2, and in the bracket we will have x minus x cube upon 6, then this term x power 5 upon 120. So this is your solution of this differential equation, and here you can see that we have two unknowns, one is a0 and another is a1. Now if you put r equal to minus 1 here, you can see that your am will be minus m minus 2 upon, this will be your m into m plus 1, and you can see that the solution will be either of this bracket or a multiple of these two. So we can say that we are not getting any independent solution, that is why we are not finding the solution at r equal to minus 1. Now let us solve one more question based on the solution near ordinary point. So let us solve the problem y double dash find the series solution of y double dash minus xy equal to 0 near x equal to 0, and where we have two boundary conditions. One is y0 equal to 1, and then we have two boundary conditions. One is y0 equal to 1 and y dash 0 equal to 0. So this is your question number 1. And then find out the solution near x equal to 1. Here I am going to solve the second part. We have already solved such type of questions. Now with the help of these two initial conditions, we can find out the values of the unknowns, which was your a0 and a1. So with the help of a0 and a1, with the help of these two initial conditions, we can find out the values of a0 and a1. Now I am not going to solve that problem, because here we are finding out the solution at x equal to 1. So let us solve this problem. Solution of 2. This is called your array equation and has many applications. Now this is your y double dash minus xy equal to 0 at x equal to 1. Clearly your p is y double dash plus py dash plus qy equal to 0. So you can see that your p is 0, your q is minus x. At x equal to 1, both are finite, so we can say that your x equal to 1 is ordinary point, because px equal to 0 and qx equal to minus x, both are analytic. At x equal to 1, so your x equal to 1 is ordinary point. So your x equal to 1 is ordinary point. If this is your ordinary point, then let us find out the solution at x equal to 1. Now let again here we have two choices. Either replace x by some another variable and then reduce. Suppose that my x is 1 plus t. Now if x is 1 plus t, then your t will be 0, and reduce this equation in terms of t. That means replace your dy by dx in terms of dy by dt. Then we can find out the solution at t equal to 0. Or the another method is just write the solution in powers of x minus 1. So let y equal to n equal to 0 an x minus 1 power n. We can write it as a0 plus a1 x minus 1 plus a2 x minus 1 whole square plus a3 x minus 1 whole cube, and so on. Let this is the solution of your differential equation 1. Say this is your 1. Therefore your y dash will be, now one time differentiation your a0 will be 0. So our summation will start from n equal to 1, and we have n into an x minus 1 power n minus 1. Your y double dash will be, on second time differentiation this option will be 0. So we have n equal to 2 to infinity n into an into n minus 1 into x minus 1 power n minus 2. Now let us put these values in equation number 1. Hence by 1 we have y double dash, that means n equal to 2 to infinity n into n minus 1 an x minus 1 power n minus 2, then this minus x into y. Your y is this equal to 0. Now as we have the powers in x minus 1, so let us write this x as x minus 1 plus 1, so that all the powers will be in powers of x minus 1. So let us replace this x, or write this x as x minus 1 plus 1. So from here we have n equal to infinity n into n minus 1 an x minus 1 power n minus 2, then we will have minus x minus 1 plus 1. Then summation n equal to 0 to infinity an x power x minus 1 power n. So we can write it as n equal to 2 to infinity n into n minus 1 an x minus 1 power n minus 2. Then we will have this power as n plus 1 and then 1 into this term. So that means equal to 0. Now here you can see that we have three different powers. One is power n minus 2, then we have power n plus 1, then power n. Now let us make all the terms in powers of n. So for that we will replace our n by n plus 2 here, and here we will replace our n by n minus 1. So if we put n equal to n plus 2 here, then our summation will start from 0. Put n equal to n plus 2. So we have these two terms. Then we will have n plus 2. Now we have power n. Replace your n by n minus 1. So we have n equal to 1 to infinity, a n plus 1. Then we have x minus 1 power n. And the last term is as it is. Now here you can see that all the powers are common. Now let us make all the summation common. For that, let us write either them in terms of summation n equal to 1 to infinity or from 0 to infinity. I will write from 1 to infinity. So for that, let us take n equal to 0 term from here this term. Again, let us take n equal to 0 term out from this summation. Then you can see that your summation will start from 1 here. Again your summation will start from 1. So if you take this term n equal to 0 out, then we will get 2 into 1. So this means 2. This will be your a2. And now you can see that this will be your 2 into 1. So we have 2 into a2. And then if you take n equal to 0, if you put n equal to 0 here, then this will be your minus a naught. Minus a naught. Now the rest term will start from 1. So take the summation common. So we have n equal to 1 to infinity, n plus 2, n plus 1, a n plus 2. Then we have minus a n plus 1, then minus a n, then x minus 1 power n equal to 0. Now let us equate the various coefficients equal to 0, equating coefficients of x minus 1 power n equal to 0, we get the constant term will be 2a2 minus a naught equal to 0. So from here our a2 will be a naught upon 2, and the coefficient of x minus 1 power n will be n plus 2, n plus 1, a n plus 2 minus a n plus 1 minus a n equal to 0. This is known as, this is your recurrence relation. So from here the value of a n plus 2 will be equal to a n plus 1 divided by n plus 2 into n plus 1. So this is our a n plus 2. Here we have done a mistake. We have replaced our n by n minus 1 here. So this will be your a n minus 1. So this will be your a n minus 1. So we have here n minus 1. Okay. Now we can put the value of n from 1 to infinity. So if n equal to 0, we cannot put n equal to 0 here because we will get the negative coefficient. So we cannot get the value of a2 from here, and we have already evaluated the value of a2, which is your a naught by 2. Now if you put n equal to 1, then your a3 will be, put n equal to 1 here. So we have a1 plus a naught divided by 2. If we put n equal to 1, then this will be 3 into 2, 6. Then a4 is, put n equal to 2. So this will be your a2, and this will be your a1 divided by 2 plus 2, 4 plus into 3. So this will be 12. And as our a naught is, as our a2 is a naught by 2, so this will be your a naught plus 2a1 divided by 24, and so on. So let us write the solution. Therefore your solution is Hence, our solution is y equal to this thing. So y equal to a naught plus a1 x minus 1. Your a2 is a naught upon 2 x minus 1 whole square. a3 is a1 plus a naught upon 6 x minus 1 cube. Your a4 is a naught plus 2a1 divided by 24 x minus 1 power 4. Now let us take a naught and a1 common. So if we take a naught common, then we have 1 plus x minus 1 whole square upon 2, then x minus 1 whole cube upon 6, then x minus 1 power 4 upon 24. And the coefficient of a1 is x minus 1 plus x minus 1 upon cube upon 6, then x minus 1 power 4 upon 12, and so on. So this is the solution of this differential equation at x equal to 1.